So Kendrick Lamar recently dropped a Not Like Us music video. I heard that it broke YouTube's record for the most views in the first 60 minutes. Now that has people questioning if he's paying for views or Not Like Us could really just be that big of a song for summer 2024. I don't know how to feel about it, but I could definitely see it being that big of a song for summer 2024 because it's playing everywhere. At this point, I think it's honestly getting overplayed at this point. And Kendrick Lamar's career definitely got saved from this entire beef situation because he was not doing anything before this at all. So in this video right here, we already know in the music videos, it's copyrighted, but the music videos are most relevant when it comes to the symbolism that they're showing in the music videos. So we have this video. It's all the hidden meanings in Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us music video, full breakdown. So let's see all the hidden meanings and disses that he included in the video.
References in Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us music video that might have gone over your head, and I say that because a lot of them went over my head. I had to watch this 3 to 5 times just to get some of these references. I had to do some research, I had to dig, but I did it all so you don't have to. Let's get right into it. I did a breakdown yesterday that's some of the more obvious things. We went over that, so you can go watch that on my Instagram, but let's get right into it. The first thing is Whitney wearing a wife beater. Now, if you remember, the big allegation on Family Matters and on The Heart Part 6 by Drake is that Kendrick allegedly beat his wife, Whitney, and hid the evidence. Now, plain sight, the first thing we see from Whitney in this music video, not only dispelling that they aren't together or that they aren't able to be a happy family with her smiling and dancing and, crip walking on top of Drake's grave, basically, with the kids, we saw her in a wife beater. Now, that was not unintentional. That was a slick way to basically poke fun at the fact that Drake is saying that Kendrick beat her. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't have any evidence to say that it is. All I have is her evidence wearing this tank top, which is called a wife beater. To me, that dispels...
Wait, hold on. Why is everyone wearing a wife beater right now, bro? Come on. What's going on here?
The allegation right in front of the world's face, okay? Next up, we have the caged bird. Okay, the caged bird, not only does it represent, of course, the OVO owl and potentially the OVO team behind bars, that could be one theory, but also there's a very famous poem from Maya Angelou that talks about the owl being caged. It's called Caged Bird, okay? And in that poem, it said, the caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown, okay? And the next line is...
I think it definitely means that OVO is going to be behind bars because even in the first, when he dropped the diss track itself in the thumbnail and the cover photo is basically showing that everyone within the OVO house are PDF files. So I think that's showing that OVO is going behind bars.
Longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill for the caged bird sings of freedom. This is such a clear reference. Basically, Kendrick saying that all Drake can do now is sing. All he can do is make the bops, is try to make the hits, is do songs with Camila Cabello, is try to be pop. But anytime he tries to rap, Kendrick has 5 more songs in stock if he tries to re-engage with Kendrick on a rap level. And he's basically saying, go do your little songs over there. Sing, because all the caged bird can do is sing. Next up, we have a potential release date for either a new single or a new...
How about this? Let's settle this once and for all. Comment down below. Who's the better rapper? Forget the diss track, forget the beef, forget whatever. Who do y'all think is genuinely the better rapper or even better artist, period? Comment that down below.
Kendrick album. Now, my brother sent me this tweet. He told me I should open my eyes more because I did not see...
Don't be scared to share your opinion either. If you Kendrick, you Kendrick. If you Drake, you Drake. Don't be scared to share your opinion because a lot of people have been bandwagoning
this. But on the side of Kendrick's jacket, it says August 8th, 2024. Okay? That means that we may be getting new Kendrick Lamar music very soon. Next up, we have the Dark Lane demo tapes version of Drake being thrown to the background as he tries to attack Kendrick from the back paws. Okay, I knew that this was supposed to represent Drake at first, but I didn't really put the two and two together of the shiesty mask he had on, which he was clearly doing in the Dark Lane demo tapes era. But not only that, that was the time when Drake put out Tootsie Slide. And what did Kendrick say?
Wait, hold up. I'm still trying to get over what he talking about. Attacking from the back? You shouldn't even make that statement. Pause. I don't think Pause did it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Pause didn't do it.
The shiesty mask he had on, which he was clearly doing in the Dark Lane demo tapes era. But not only that, that was the time when Drake put out Tootsie Slide. And what did Kendrick say on the record? He said, you can't Tootsie Slide your way out of this one, meaning there's no hit that you can put, there's no hit record that you can put out that's going to dispel all the rumors, all the things that I'm talking about. Whereas when Drake put out Tootsie Slide, it was right after there was a video that was released of him kissing this girl who was 17 on stage. And it kind of overshadowed that news by Tootsie Slide being such a big hit. Now, speaking of 17-year-olds, the amount of push-ups that Kendrick does on this song, and again, I'm just telling you the fact, is 17 and a half.
We out here counting push-ups now?
Kendrick does 17 push-ups, gets off of the stool, and goes back on to do half of another push-up, but he never comes back up. So that to me is a clear reference to say that Drake likes young women. It's another thing that he's been talking about clearly on the last few records, and he's saying maybe there's evidence of Drake being with a 17-and-a-half-year-old or an almost 18-year-old. If you look up Bella, if you look up some other things online, we don't have to get into that in this video, but it's dispelling the push-ups theory, which is that Top is extorting Kendrick for all of his music, with Top being in the music video, him doing push-ups, and the fact that he clearly chose to get off the bar and go back on and do that last half of a push-up. You don't think Kendrick's calculated enough to do that on purpose, then I'm talking to the wrong audience, okay? I'm talking to the person who knows how calculated and strategic Kendrick is. Next up, we have Demar DeRozan being in the music video. Of course, he was a hero in Toronto. I'm from Canada. If you guys don't know, Demar DeRozan was basically the next Vince Carter for Canada, and that is with all love and due respect to Vince Carter, my favorite player of all time. But he was the closest thing we had to a hero in Toronto, in Canada, when it came to someone who could take us and maybe give us a ring. Now, we didn't get a ring with Demar, but Drake and him were great friends. He is from Compton, so this was basically showing his allegiance, and maybe even the fact that he wasn't as close to Drake as he may have portrayed. They did meet together. They did meet at his house when he first signed. They did have a friendship, but maybe it wasn't as strong as people think.
That's one thing about this beef. It definitely had people picking sides for
maybe a lot of Drake's relationships, which we're clearly seeing, were maybe more surface level than we might have thought at the beginning, because clearly a lot of them are falling apart. This is a personal theory of mine, but the angel numbers that existed in this song, there was a 444 tattoo on the girl's shoulder when she passed Kendrick the Bible, and then there was a 555 in terms of the time code of the music video. It was 555, 5 minutes and 55 seconds. I think that was intentional. That means great change. It means trust the transition that's coming. It means that you were guided heavily by angels in the next chapter of your life. I personally have a 555 tattoo right here, and I've seen that number guide me. So I'm just putting that out there. I think Kendrick was intentional with that, especially when he talks about being guided by angels so many times. Then we have a little bit more conspiratorial, but we will throw out these theories.
I personally don't believe in angel numbers
So
anymore.
The shipping containers that Kendrick
I used to believe in 111, 123. Like whenever they popped up, I used to look them up. Be like, oh snap, what does this one mean? It would be like 123 meant that you're on the right path to your desired future. I'll be like, yeah, like yes. I don't really believe in that anymore though.
Was so clearly in front of when DeRozan was there, when Dave Free was there, when some of the dancers were dancing in front of the shipping containers. I think the shipping containers is a reference to The Wire. I've seen a couple people talk about this on Twitter. There's an episode on The Wire, I believe it's season 2, episode 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't watch The Wire, which I do need to watch. It's on my list. But that episode, when I was reading the summary, basically talks about the shipping of prostitutes through shipping containers. Yeah, and if you look at the themes that Kendrick's bringing up about Drake's crew, I don't know exactly what he's referencing, but he's going somewhere in that direction. Baca had a case for human trafficking. Okay, Baca has a weird case. Why is he around? I think something in that ballpark is being referenced by Kendrick. Finally, on the intro to the song, that Kendrick was previewing at the beginning of the music video, he says he's reincarnated. Now, July 4th, of course, is Independence Day, but July 4th, 1996, I believe, I gotta re-look it up, was Tupac's last performance. Now, somebody commented this on my TikTok video. The House of Blues, Sunset Strip, West Hollywood, California, on July 4th, 1996, and released on both CD and DVD on September 5th, 2005. So, he could be referencing that he is Pac reincarnated, and if you remember anything about Tupac and Biggie's beef, which I wasn't around.
Oh, nah, he's basically referencing that his career was done with and over, and now he's coming back. He reincarnated, because before that, Kendrick was non-existent. What was Kendrick even doing before this beef? What was he doing last year, the year before? Nothing. Like, I can't even think of something. He just wasn't. Like, my perception of Kendrick as an artist for the past 4 years has really just been like, he just made his money from the industry, and now he's just been chilling. But the last song I know of him really making is the song from Black Panther with SZA, Stars. But that's like one of the only songs I can really keep in mind that like did well, to be honest.
For, but looking back on it, it did not seem like he was letting up when it came to the Hit 'Em Up music video. He went full force, and this is what Kendrick is doing, reincarnated with Pac's Gemini energy in LA. So those are all the things I noticed. Let me know if there's any more that you want me to cover in a separate video. Hopefully we get new Kendrick music soon, but I'm super excited to just see what happens next. I'm excited to see what Drake does next. I'm a big Drake fan musically, so I really am excited for what comes next. I do think that this is potentially the knot on this beef and battle totally, but if Drake does decide to engage Kendrick, like he said, he has...
Hey, all I'm saying is that Kendrick needs to milk this one out till the day he dies. No cap, because he's back on now. He's back in the radios. He's being played again. His next joint needs to be a banger. But honestly, he might drop one more song this year. Like, he might drop just one more song this year. But who knows? Like, this is going to be the song of the year for him. He might drop one this year, maybe one next year, and then fall off the face of the industry again. Who knows, man? But hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Comment down below who's the better rapper and artist. Comment that down below. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.